Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur, and welcome back to another game guide video for Maximal Effectiveness 2. And today we're playing on version 1.0.15.7. I'm not sure if you can hear there's some sort of combat going on. Not sure what it is. What the... Okay. I think they're skilling up their combat skills, so I'll let them be. So yeah, today I just want to talk about something that I discovered recently, and it sort of happened when I got ganked down in the favour sewers. So today's video, I'm going to talk about a concept that I came up with recently. And so this concept I would call the 3 M's. So in a nutshell, it's the minimal cost, maximum effectiveness, and minimum gain. So that might sound a little bit confusing, but I'll go through each point separately. So first of all, let me just bring up my gear. So this is the gear that I'm wearing right now, and this is my weapon. Now you'll notice that that all the weapons and all the gear that I've got equipped, they're made out of very cheap, easily obtainable materials. So they're not. So even though this might look pretty beefy, but in actual fact, it's pretty. Yeah, it's cheap, worthless gear because it's made out of bone tissue and full grain leather and emerge. That's the 3 materials I made all this gear out of. So this is essentially cheap, worthless gear, even though it looks quite tanky and beefy. But so recently I got ganked twice down in the favour sewers on 2 separate occasions, and on both occasions, the person who ganked me didn't take any of this. They left it in my loot bag, and so when I went back to pick it up, it was still there. So. And that made me realize that I had pretty much came up with a concept that I didn't know before. And so basically, I'll start off with the first M, and that is minimum cost. So basically, the minimum cost means that all this gear is basically, it doesn't cost me anything practically, or at least very, very minimal. Like I can... go and I'll just show you the stockpiles that I have. So this is my stockpile of full grain leather, emerge, and bone tissue. So I have plenty of it. Free stuff now. and basically I can, if I get killed, then I can just go back and recraft all my gear within 1 or 2 minutes, and I'll be back on the road. And all the materials I'm using is easily obtainable. I just go outside the Favorham. Yeah, I can. So just to show you how easy it is to obtain the materials. I'm pretty sure all of us have hunted at least 1 pig. I think there's even a Steam achievement for that. Okay, there's. Maybe someone hunted the pig, but if you see pigs walking around here, you can basically hunt them, and each pig will give you quite a good amount of full grain leather, bone tissue, and emerge. And so this means that for me to craft all that gear is minimal cost. So that's the first M. That's what it means. Secondly, I'll just show you. So this heavy short blade with a heavy hilt is very effective for what I need it to do. Like I use this to go down to the Favorham sewers to hunt the scoundrels, and that's where I got ganked on 2 separate occasions. So this gives me very good defensive values, and also this is a very comparatively quite a good blade. It's not the best, but it is very, very effective for what I need it for, and using the materials that I crafted it out of. So that's what I mean by the second M, maximum effectiveness. See, if I craft it with another head, another one-handed blade head, the damage, the slashing and the piercing values are slightly lower. And so if I use this heavy short blade with a heavy hilt using the materials that I used, it gives me 13.30 for piercing and 14.06 for slashing. And that's the highest that I can get using the materials that I used. So that's and it is very effective, like I've shown you. I think in one of my previous game guide episodes, I think it was the one before this one. And so if you haven't seen it, you can check it out. I do have some combat footage of that, and so it's very effective for what I need it to do using the materials. So for the material to effectiveness ratio, it's very, very high. So that's what I mean by maximum effectiveness. It doesn't mean that it's the best, it just means that it's very effective for what I need it for, using the materials that I have used to craft that blade and armor. And so the third M is minimum gain. So it's if you think of it as minimum, maximum, minimum, it's an easy way to remember. So the third M is the minimum gain. So basically, when I got ganked twice in the oh, look at that view. I don't know why, but every time I look at this mountain, it just looks better and better each time. You can see the boulders and the snow and the birds, and yeah, let's just walk out a little bit more and get a better view. Look at that. That's such a good view, and there's even more birds now. Before this is like, anyway, I'm just I just really like the view and the look at that. Yeah. So anyways, as I was saying, the two separate occasions when I went back to see whether I still have my gear, when I opened my loot bag, all the gear was still there. So the person who ganked me didn't bother to take any of it for whatever reason, whether it's because it's too heavy or they can't use it, or it's just cheap, worthless gear. Most likely the latter. Okay, sorry guys, I had to go off just now, but just resuming the video, and people are still at it. Look at all the blood. So anyway, let me just go somewhere quiet. So as I was saying, the gear that I had, it was probably worthless to the person who killed me. So what that means is that the last M is minimal gain. So effectively, they've used up durability on their weapon and potentially their reagents if they were a spellcaster, only to get pretty much nothing out of me. So keep in mind that a lot of PvPers, they tend to use high-end gear, so the best weapon, armor, and best spells and best of everything. And so when they kill someone, when they kill a player, they intend or they expect to get something valuable in return. But then again, there are sometimes players who just want to kill players for the sake of killing them and not really to get anything from them. But you as the player, you can use this technique to benefit yourself and not give the PKer anything in return. And so this is kind of like a form of asymmetric warfare. If you remember some videos that I've done, I mentioned the concept of cat and mouse. And so what that means, if you don't know what this means, is that if you're not the PvPer, that is, if you're someone who is not good at PvP or has no interest in PvP, then you are not the cat, you are the mouse. And the cat is the PvPer, the one that, the random player killers that kill other players for either for gain or for fun. So if you are the mouse, then your objective is not really to kill the PvPer. So, but instead your aim is to make it so that even if they do kill you, they're going to get very little out of you. And of course, if you can avoid getting killed, that's also good. But that is what I mean by cat and mouse. So your goal is not to kill the PvPer, your goal is to make it so that even if they kill you, they're not going to get much out of you. And so what I've shown you is a way to shift the balance of gain away from the PvPer and towards yourself. And so that's what the 3 M's are designed to do. So minimal costs to you to produce the gear, maximal effectiveness for what you need the gear to do for you in a given situation, and minimal gain for the PvPer who kills you. Alright, so hope this is helpful for those of you who are not interested in PvP or new, and they don't, and if you don't want to be at the mercy of PvPers who kill you and then take all your stuff. If you are someone that wants to shift the balance of benefit away from the PvPer and towards yourself, then this is a way that you can do that. Of course, I'm not going to follow those guys. I made the mistake of doing that, and one of them tried to kill me, or at least take out my horse so that I can't follow them. So, yeah, so do not follow a group of mounted riders, because it'll give them the wrong idea about you. Okay, but yeah, so this is there's so many players today. It's because it's the weekend. Someone's got a chicken. It's quite funny, and I did see on the from the news that SV has been putting out, they're going to make the pig mountable. Yes, we are going to have mountable pigs, so that is going to be very comical. So there's a pig right here. This is the thing that you'll be able to mount when the new patch comes. So by the time you see this video, it most probably would have landed. So expect to see a lot of players riding pigs. Okay, so so yeah, hope this is helpful for. Alright, so yeah, anyway, hope this is helpful for you. So please do like the video, and please do also share and comment and subscribe if you haven't already done so. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you in my future videos. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care and have a good day.